Sweaty Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Chainsaw Man Part 2, Chapter 114, aka Chapter 211. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we're at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty somewhere around here, and this operation well literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you upgrade to the $10 tier subscription, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gachi Yakuta, Togenaki, as well as the second season of My Dress Up Darling, Dan to Dan, and maybe a couple of Cuckoos. I might drop it because that anime is really pissing me off. And there's even more on the way, including Chainsaw Man Rise. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last chapter was so epic because it was very Team America realness with America, fuck yeah, oh my god. I was goddamn living for it. But then, I know some people don't give a fuck about it, but I do. And especially since we're seeing it at the start of this chapter with Viz's choice to use Lil D. I fucking hate it so goddamn much. I do. Especially when you have the French localization. I don't like that they didn't have the translation note at the start of this chapter, though. But at the end of last chapter, what they did was they have the name, which I'm going to use the French localization name because to me, I think that's the right thing to do. Because I do that for any localization that does this, which is she, which means death in Japanese, according to that one, if I remember correctly. And they had they had a translation note at the end of the chapter. I don't understand why Viz refuses to do that. It baffles me because this is something fan translations do all the time. I don't know why they're going with Lil D. Maybe it's because they want to be hip with the kids. But then again, this manga is rated M. So again, that don't make sense either. So if someone can explain this to me in the comments, let me know. But anyways, now let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. Let's see. She. Yep. She? What do you mean, she? And this... That's how this chapter's so epic. War. Panties. Chainsaw. Oh my god. Did you bring me here? We carried you together. She's Famine Devil, the real Fammy. Famine Devil. And I'm Death Devil, thus the name she. Again? This is why I hate that they chose Little D and not she, fuckers. She? Are you for real right now? I'm for real. Oh my god. Okay, I know this is just a wording thing for me because I ran the Japanese raw through like Google Translate. They don't use for real. No. I really wish they just would have used, personally, I really wish they would have used seriously. Or, like, that's what I got from the, translation is, are you serious? Seriously, yeah, I'm serious. Like, that kind of thing. But it could, like, at least it's close enough. I will give that. I don't like the I'm for real, though. I hate that. I would have rather had seriously. Whatever. Okay, then. Oh yeah, Asa. What happened to Yoru? Fear of war surged when nuclear weapons were dropped on the Soviet Union. As a result, War Devil has grown far stronger than I anticipated. She's alive? Where is she? I don't know. But I do know what she's doing. She's killing devil hunters as she gathers a devil army. When she finds you, you'll be turned into a weapon too. A weapon she'll use to erase me. Okay? That sounds dangerous for us. Wait, so if you're the Death Devil, what'll happen if death gets erased? Living beings will cease to die from any and all phenomena. Old age, illness, fatal injury, you name it. Wouldn't they be, like, awesome for everybody other than us? It's a nightmare scenario, which it is. And I've talked about it before in previous videos. If you want, like, a really good explanation for it, Dr. Stone, in particular, has a chapter about it. Because they were talking about if people knew the truth about petrification, about if that people could essentially be immortal if they used the petrification method. And yeah, it is ugly. It is a nightmare scenario. And also not only that, in terms of, like, Dr. Stone, but we saw it in the aging Devil's world as well. Is it? A world without death is War Devil's goal. War Devil's trying to start a never-ending world war. It would be hold on a second. It should be World War III, technically, right? Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm not losing it, because that doesn't seem right. So I double-checked the Japanese RAW to see what was going on, okay? Again, I ran this through Google Translate, so take it with a grain of salt. And it does say World War II, which is what Visit says. It says it never-ending World War II. Never ends World War II is what Google Translate says, but never-ending World War II. So I'm trying to think what that means. I feel like what that would entail, because given the time period, this is in the 90s, so this is after the fall of the Berlin Wall, which essentially was supposed to be the end of the Cold War. And I think that's what they're kind of referring to, is especially, and here's why I say that, is because during the Cold War was the nuclear arms race. And obviously we got the bombing of the Soviet Union now too. So given that, I think that's what they're, in terms of a world war, a second never-ending world war, I think that's what they're referring to. Because technically you would think, given history with world wars, this would technically be World War III, right? But nah, I think this is what this is in terms of a never-ending world war. I think they're referring to, in regards to, like, the Cold War. That's what I think. That, to me, that would make the most sense. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Undying humans in all parts of the world hating and hurting each other for eternity. Dude, let's be fucking real. Humans are gonna hate each other for all of eternity anyway. Let's just be real. That's gonna happen regardless. Whether it's in this life or the next. It's gonna happen. We've seen this discussion in UQ Holder. We've seen this in Hoseki no Kuni with the Lunarians. That's the best example of this shit happening is in Hoseki no Kuni with the Lunarians. Despite them essentially being immortal, they still hated each other. They found a way to discriminate against each other. And if you have not read Hoseki no Kuni especially, go read it. It's so good. That's War Devil's dream. Originally, my powers were supposed to activate and wipe out mankind. God, you know what? I can't help but think of Susanoo Freiren because we have like a doomsday demon type of thing. That is supposed to essentially do the same thing. So yeah, my many efforts to stop that prophecy changed the future. The doomsday demon, no, that's where she's different. My many efforts to stop that prophecy changed the future into an even worse one. Here's the thing. You can't do that. Every time, and we've seen this time and time again, every time there's characters that meddle with trying to change their fate, like, for example, with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is the best example that comes to mind. Remember what happened when Trunks went back in time and tried to change, and, was changing the future. Saving Goku brought Cell into the picture. And not after the whole thing with Cell, we had Majin Buu, and the Earth ended up being destroyed. Then we had Beerus, and then we had, like, all the other shenanigans. And hell, not even that, it goes back even further. It goes back even further than that. Goku coming to Earth set everything in motion. Goku even acknowledged that when he was killed, when Cell killed him. And hell, think about that even, Trunks, remember when Trunks came to Earth and said that Goku was going to die, Goku still ended up dead anyway, even though Trunks was trying to prevent that from happening. So, yeah. But anyways. Hold up. Your story's too much of a stretch. Also, I'm supposed to believe you're the Death Devil. Yeah. Why? Why do these localizers feel the need to put cringy? I fucking hate it so much. Stop doing that. I beg of you. I've had Japanese speakers tell me there's no Japanese word for cringy. Like, I fucking hate you so much, Fizz. To be fair, Kodansha will do it from time to time, too. But God fucking damn it. I hate this so much. Seriously, stop. And for those of you wondering how I know this, I've had Japanese Twitter tell me, and also not only that, I've had my anime industry insider specifically, because I literally send him this stuff all the time. He has told me that this doesn't exist in the Japanese language. Same with Japanese Twitter. Cringe does not exist in the Japanese language. Stop putting this shit in there. Viz, I'm getting tired of it. Or Western localizers in general, because we've been seeing it in Witch Watch's anime localization. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Stop putting cringe in manga and anime localizations. God, I hate that I'm shadow banned because I'm like the only one. I think I'm the only person exposing this shit. God. So, out of curiosity, I looked in the, because for some reason, the Google Translate wasn't really doing a good job translating the Japanese raw. So, in the French version, what it was giving was, like, to me, you're a half-wit. And for the Spanish version, it says, to me, you seem like a geek looking for attention. So, this is what I'm going to get that one verified by Japanese Twitter to make sure it's correct. But, again, it says, aren't you just a cringy, weird girl? Viz, I can't with you. I just can't. She's really a devil, dude. It's some guy I've seen before. At this rate, War Devil's gonna show before Denji's done playing catch-up. I bet, I bet he'll believe you if you show him your belly. Whoa. Get it now, Denji? She's a devil, and War Devil will be here soon. If you don't get with the program, we're all screwed. You need to trust us. Dude, he's so turned on. I'll trust it too. All it took was some panties. Oh my god. Seeing the oh my god. Subdued by his most basic instincts. All it took was showing her basically her tummy and her panties and thighs, and it worked. But man, in terms of localization, this has to be one of the worst chapters in a minute. Oh my god, this was bad. This was really bad. Oh my god, Viz, this was really bad. I just remembered I got this mixed up with Dandadan, because Dandadan is for adults. This one is for because that one's rated mature. This one is older teen, I believe. I don't know why I forgot that. But still, maybe, they're trying to be hip. Oh god, so yeah, Viz, why are you trying to be hip with the kids? That's very cringy. God damn it. Again, I just can't help but think of that interview with Caleb Cook that they're trying to reach certain demographics. God, I miss Manga Stream. We didn't have this shit happening when Manga Stream was, aka the fan translators. We're working on, we're translating Chainsaw Man. God, I miss them. Because for those of you that have been following me long enough, well, since basically the beginning, or near the beginning, because I started covering manga in like 2015, 2016-ish. I've been covering Chainsaw Man since chapter 1, and that was the Manga Stream version, so god, I miss fan translations. I do, for Chainsaw Man. I really goddamn do. Please come back, fan translators. Please save us from this hell that is Viz localizations of Chainsaw Man. I am just begging you at this point. Same with the fan translations for Dandadan. I miss them. I miss those days. Fuck, I swear. Manga Plus, please. I'm begging you. Just get your own translators for Manga Plus. You did it for Kaiju number 8. I don't understand why we can't get it for everything. But that tangent aside, what do you guys think of the plan that's happening here with War Devil? I like what we got happening with War Devil. I think it's awesome. I'm very curious what you guys think by what they mean with the World War, the second unending World War. I think it has something. I think it's like the second Cold War in all reality, because it technically was like a world proxy war. And then, what do you think about what she was saying? Because that's what I'm sticking with that. What she was saying about what she was trying to do by changing the prophecy, and how changing the prophecy like made things worse. Which in all reality, again, using the Dragon Ball example, it really did. Goku not dying or attempting to save Goku made things worse, because we saw the rise of Cell. We saw Majin Buu. And hell, even with Cell there, like, Goku still died anyway. Sometimes, when it comes to stories with prophecies, sometimes it like, the more and more you avoid it, the worse and worse it gets. But let me know your thoughts. And hell, I mean, look at what happened with Zamasu. I mean, Future Trunks' universe ended up being destroyed. Like, the more and more he tried to avoid fate, I mean, his universe ended up being destroyed, for fuck's sakes. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think of the situation. I love that it just took... They should have done that from the fucking start. Because with Denji like can't handle very complex things. He can't. You gotta show him some ass. Show him, in this case, panties. You just gotta like use your feminine wiles, and he will understand. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Chainsaw Man content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.